Hey, family. I have a life anniversary that happened yesterday of my survival, what this guy survived. Uh, and it was 11 years ago to the day that I was at work, working at a bank at a call center. I won't name the bank because they're still open and working. It's not a place for me, but it might be a place for you to work. But I literally hated this job. I had my letter of resignation in my bag on that day. I was just waiting to give it to my manager. But I was getting ready to go leave out for work, and I didn't really want to go. And my mom told me, she's like, you know what, just make it through the day. You got this. And so I go to work like normal. I put on my headset and not looking forward to it. And I started doing my whole spiel, and it was a couple hours into work. And then all of a sudden, I had a headache. And I don't like to call it a headache because it literally felt like somebody was hitting me over the head with a hammer. So I'm in this call center, literally screaming for life, like, ah, like I can't even imagine what that looked like. Luckily, my manager, Michelle, she called 911. The ambulance came, they rushed me to the hospital. They determined that I had a ruptured brain aneurysm at the age of 30 years old. I had just turned 30 and had a ruptured brain aneurysm. The doctor, my surgeon, Dr. Peter Nakaji, I'll tag him in here because he's amazing. If you're ever in Arizona and you need a surgery, he's the guy to go to, brain surgery. And so, he told me, they're going to go around my head, for the surgery. But right before they're about to wheel me in, he goes, you know what, Andre, I can do something for you. He said, women don't typically like this, but guys don't necessarily care as much. He said, I could go across your face and your eyebrow and do the surgery there. And if you look close here, you can see my eyebrow and is the line there. And I was like, go for the eyebrow, doc, please. And so this is after my first surgery. And so I survived, and everything was okay. But a week later, I suffered another ruptured brain aneurysm. So would have my luck. And I had to have another surgery. Same thing. I survived that one. Thank God. Then a week later, I had a cluster of a brain aneurysm. And that one was going to require a major, major, major surgery. Hours in the operating room. That one, I have an afro kind of thing going on right now. But you would normally see a scar from here all the way around to here. That's the one that took a toll on my body. That's the one where I almost didn't make it. That's the one where I started to have seizures afterwards. My head literally blew up to like literally this side. My sister and my mom said it was literally like the size of a watermelon. Notice I don't have a lot of pictures of like this one is because I took it. And I don't have a lot of pictures because of how horrific I looked. They didn't want me to remind me of that. And I honestly think too that if I didn't survive, they didn't want to see me like that. And I wouldn't want to either. But after that surgery, really took a toll on my body. I couldn't walk. It took a toll on my memory. I had the memory or the brain of like a 5-year-old at that time. I couldn't function and do normal things like brushing my teeth. I could barely use a fork to my mouth. I had to literally learn to do everything over again. Literally everything over again. But I survived. There was a time during one of my surgeries that the tube that goes down your throat, it hit my vocal cords. And I sing. And my mom was like, because I couldn't talk. And my mom was like, you don't understand. He has to have his voice. He's a singer. Like that was one of the things he does that he loves to do. You have to give him back his voice. That surgery, luckily, that surgeon saved my vocal cords. So I'm able to talk. I want to sing, but I wanted to speak more. And another thing is because I had so many complications. I lost my sense of smell. I think it was during my major, major surgery, the big one. But I wanted to make this video for everybody, or for anybody who's going through anything, who thinks that they can't make it, that it's impossible for them. And it can be cancer. It could be, I want to lose this 5 pounds. It can be anything. But know that you can make it, that you got this. And it's been a struggle for me. It's been a long 11 years. After I got out of the hospital, they wanted to put me into a nursing home because I couldn't take care of myself. I could definitely not live alone. And so my mom said, "No, I'll take care of him." And she did. And and my mom was, at that time, she was in her 60s. So it wasn't an easy feat taking care of this 60-year-old man who has the occupational brain of a 5-year-old. And I don't know how she did it. She's my guardian angel, and so is my sister April and my niece Sarah, who afterwards they would come over every day because I had to get shots, and my mom couldn't do it, and they would come over to do that. My whole family rallied behind me. My aunts and my uncles, they prayed for me while I was in the hospital. I had so many people that helped me along the way, and when I got out, that was the hard part. That was the journey. That was that was the struggle. And when I got out of the hospital, I was really thin. That I was probably around 175, but when I left the hospital, I was like 147. So I was extremely thin, and so my mom, when I got home, she was like, "I'm going to feed him," and she did. I had so much great food, and it showed. I think after the first year, I probably gained 50 pounds. And along the way, I just kept gaining and gaining weight. And in 2019, I got up to over 270 pounds. And I saw a new stretch mark on my body. And that's when I said, I have to change. I have to do something. And so I joined this gym that was right next to me, Vasa Fitness. And I started going to classes. I met people. And I found myself again. I literally found my joy again because I had lost it. And after about a year, a little over a year, out of encouragement of others, I decided to become a fitness instructor. So I now teach Mixed Fit, which is a people-inspired fitness program with explosive dance moves and body toning techniques. And that's really where I found my joy. Let me show you. Hey, this is me in my class, Foster Fitness in Phoenix, Arizona. It's fun, guys. But I just wanted to show you that. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of what I do. But I wanted to leave this message with you too, for anybody who's going through something that they think they can't make it. And my message to you is you can. And you will. And so I want to leave you with, I love you. God loves you. Make it a great day, everybody.